Well, guess what, folks? It's predictions time. We have Night of Champions coming up this Saturday in Riyadh. That's right, they didn't move it, much as some people thought they were going to. Never happened. But anyway, we're gonna get some predictions going on here. Guess who's back? We got Doug. He's here with a
Hi.
visitation, right? Look like he's out of prison for a little bit. He's coming back to visit us for a little bit. So hey, here we are. This is DA Wrestling, Canadian Contact Wrestling YouTube guys. I'm Andrew. This is my co-partner, Doug. That's right, he's the
I
D.
still work here.
Kind of does. Right? Anyway, this is Night of Champions predictions. Let's get going. Okay. So obviously, as we said here, this is Night of Champions as predictions. Here we go. Right? It's in Riyadh. Again, yes, it's part of the Saudi deal here. A lot of people here like somebody like to crap on these Saudi pay-per-views and all that stuff, or PLEs as they want to call them nowadays. Quite frankly, folks, to me, it don't mean nothing. It's if you take the politics out of it, just enjoy the wrestling show. That's it. Before I go any further with that, though, folks, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. There's a small click for you, big click for us, especially if you like the content on the show. Just click the little subscribe button. Big help for you, big help for us. We thank you very much. Now, let's get to this. We are in Riyadh.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So, like, I'm with you, but I also get it, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. I mean,
So,
I
so the
understand
reason
where people are
the
coming
reason
from.
why the reason why there were talks about possibly moving it is because due to the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel,
Yeah.
that popped off in the last week or two.
Yeah. We talked about this on Monday, or I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Saudi Arabia closed their airspace.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if they were even going to be able to get in, but Triple H said they landed today.
Yeah. Everybody showed
So
there was footage of CM Punk with Randy Orton arriving, and
yeah,
people already crapping on because apparently some kid tried to hug CM Punk and he just kind of brushed him off, or at least that's how it looked. I don't know. It's
I don't care.
people already crapping on it. Like, look, if you look at the map of the world, folks, right? They can either go straight through or they can go all the way around. My guess is they probably went all the way around to get to Saudi Arabia. That's my guess.
I mean, regardless of how they got there, point
Yeah.
is the show's happening as it's supposed
Yeah.
to.
Absolutely.
Starting with SmackDown. By the time you guys hear this, it'll be tonight, but
Yeah.
tomorrow night. And so I think like this will all be fine. I mean, there's always going to be the blowback about the Saudi shows, but at this
Always
point,
is. It's
it's
going
like
on for years now at this point.
exactly. At this point, it's like almost
But like I say to everybody,
expected. But
like I said at the top of the show here, right?
for most of the time, these
Take the
Saudi shows end up being pretty good.
yeah, like there's a lot of good matches that go on. If you take the politics and all that crap out of it, just enjoy a wrestling show. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just take the politics out. If you can't separate that, then God help you, I guess.
Well,
But
I mean, that's a topic for another discussion. But
yeah, I'm not here to get political on it, but Saudi
anyways,
Arabia and their morals.
so
It's not
what
here.
I assuming is opening is Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross.
Well, we'll start with that then. We'll start with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Right? So Karrion Kross gets his big match on PLE. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on lately about Karrion Kross saying the reason why they're not pushing him is because he doesn't take bumps. That's a crap excuse.
I've only heard of this since Monday.
Yeah. Like, this seems to be a crap excuse to me
I
from
have not.
whoever the source is.
I mean, we've been watching this dude for years, and to be fair, it has not. I have not noticed it.
I've never
And
noticed him
quite
not take a
frankly,
bump ever.
again, at this point, it's physical theatrics, right?
Yeah.
So if you can prolong your body like a Miz, right?
Yeah.
Then so be it. I mean, but Cross is still getting reactions all over the place. And again, it's the IWC being the IWC,
Yeah.
right?
Look, as far as the pick goes here, I want Cross to win, but I think feel like the Cross should win this match.
But the story doesn't call for it yet.
No, it's going to be Zayn probably winning.
So unless you have Cross get this one because Sammy is just overlooking him, and then you give Zayn the win back in a couple of weeks on Raw, leading up to whatever's next.
No, whatever preview's next.
Isn't it SummerSlam? End of July?
There's one before that. It's not Clash, is it? Or is that August?
Well, this is technically. Oh, they have Saturday night's main event. That's right.
Yeah.
With Goldberg.
Yeah, they might do that.
But
anyway, you're taking Cross. I guess I'll take Zayn on this one.
sure.
Sure, let's do that. Although I think Cross should win. Let me stick that out there. I'm taking Zayn just out of the fact that I think Cross should win, but I think Zayn's going to win.
Yeah.
I think Cross should win, but Zayn's going to win. Anyway, now on Raw, they announced that there's going to be a street fight with Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, right? Right. Now, I recall watching Raw. I don't recall them ever hearing say it's going to be a Saudi Arabia, but apparently it is. So,
Okay.
we're having a street fight with Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley in Saudi Arabia. Ripley went to the table, obviously, on Monday night. So, ergo, Wrestling Logic, Mr. Wrestling Logic, it means Rhea's going to win, right?
You would think so. And again, if your plan for SummerSlam, now please correct me if I'm wrong, but Io Sky is still women's champion.
She is still the women's champion, my man.
Okay. So I think if your plan, they've been teasing this since Mania, but if your plan is Ripley and Io for SummerSlam,
Not
you don't think so?
Not what they just teased on Raw. They teased on Raw Asuka versus Io, possibly if Asuka wins the Queen of the Ring.
Right, we have to consider that, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that match shortly.
Okay, so then it sets up Rhea for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah,
That's okay.
more likely. I think Rhea's going to win. I think Ripley's going to win this one. You taking Raquel? Ripley?
I'll take Ripley.
All right, I think Ripley's going to win.
I can, in no good judgment, pick Raquel Rodriguez.
Not at this point right now. To me, there's not enough momentum there for her to win or to even beat Rhea, unless there's going to be outside interference from Roxanne Perez. But other than that, I don't see Ripley losing this match. All right, moving on. U.S. title match on the line. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. Now, are we crazy enough here to sit here and think that Jacob Fatu could possibly lose this title to Solo Sikoa due to probably JC Mateo?
Yes, this is going to be one of those bloodline fucking overbooked messes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm all the way here for it.
So we might see Tonga Loa come back, or maybe even...
Did you not see Hikuleo has been wrestling main event?
I heard. Maybe Hikuleo shows up. Finally, after a year of what I said.
Yes. Maybe this is where you bring in Hikuleo.
Maybe.
And then now you're pretty much marching towards Survivor Series with this, right?
Bloodline.
Because then you still have Team Solo, right? Yeah. But except this year, it's going to be team led by Jacob.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is he's going to have both Usos.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Right? Because, again, I have been paying attention, despite the fact I haven't been doing these shows.
You don't think of returning Roman Reigns, do you?
Yeah. but Roman will play the CM Punk spot from last year,
Okay.
where like they'll find a fourth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They'll find a fourth guy, maybe a Damian Priest or something,
Oh crap.
or an Aleister Black. Who knows? But then they just keep getting beat down, and then the go home before Survivor Series. Here comes Roman to
No, it's
even it up,
possible.
right?
It's
Because
possible.
Roman loves doing these War Games matches. Apparently,
Oh yeah.
he's really good in them.
It's
Like,
a lot. They're a lot of fun too. So I guess we're taking Solo to win this.
I mean, I want Jacob to win.
Yeah, I want you. Like pick it through like a betting standpoint. I want like not with your heart because my heart says Jacob Fatu for sure, and I don't take that hell off him anytime soon. But it looks like this is the way they're going.
If, but again, keep in mind it's in Saudi Arabia, right?
It's not like the title hasn't changed hands in Saudi Arabia before.
No, I hear you, but like, how many guys actually went over, right?
Yeah, I mean
Especially with the current climate. Maybe you're just sending necessary guys.
yeah, I mean when they had the
I think
old
if the stays 1-on-1, it's Jacob. If
yeah,
this turns into an overbooked mess because Bloodline,
I think this story continues more and more. So I think Solo's gonna win this.
yeah,
As much as I want
yeah,
Fatu to hold that for like
because
eternity, yeah,
again, heel usually wins chapter one.
yeah.
The person you want to come out on top in the feud will usually lose the first match.
To be honest, I don't think Jacob Fatu. It will matter to Fatu if he takes a loss here or not. It'd be his first pinfall loss.
Well, so that's where you got to be careful, right?
Yeah.
That's where you have to be careful
Hmm.
because now you can start selling the uh hasn't been pinned in a singles match streak,
Yeah.
which they tend to repeat every 5 to 10 years.
Well, I mean, the last one was Roman, right?
Yeah, they made a big deal about him not being pinned
Like
in
the
a
first,
singles
yeah, like the
match.
first time he was pinned was I think in what Money in the Bank in London against the Usos a couple years ago.
That was the first time he was pinned, period.
Yeah, in like 5 or
That
6 years,
but
right?
that wasn't the first time he had lost because he had lost by disqualification.
Yeah.
But anyways, my point is I think I'll lock in a pick of Solo, but it would not surprise me if it stays 1-on-1 and Jacob just kills him.
I'm gonna take Solo to win.
Yeah.
All right,
Makes for a better story.
it does. All right, let's go to the Queen of the Ring turn for a minute. We have the finals going on. Right, we had Asuka return. She is in the finals. She beat Alexa Bliss. Right, and the other
Yeah,
hand,
I
we had Jade Cargill beat Roxanne Perez. Much to my chagrin, but I understand where they're probably going with this because I mentioned it on Raw. So we have Jade Cargill versus the returning Asuka. Now,
I go ahead.
both women, I can see having a title match at SummerSlam.
Okay, good.
Asuka being the one versus Io, Jade Cargill being the one versus Tiffy.
Yes.
So, that being said, I think Cargill wins.
I think it's easier for you to do like a battle royal and have Cargill win that to set up the SummerSlam title match.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can sell Asuka, right? And Asuka's just coming back. Was off for what, over a year?
16 months, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
Um, I think that Asuka wins this to kind of solidify that return. And again, I think Asuka and Io at SummerSlam has like match of the weekend contention. Because SummerSlam's 2 nights this year, isn't it?
It is, and I have it booked off.
Right.
Um,
Okay, so
okay, well, you can always get to Io and Oscar another way too, right? They have the damage control history too. Even Oscar on Raw said we're not in damage control anymore, right? Jade
yeah,
Cargill, I feel winning. I feel Jade Cargill winning here is just real. I feel she's gonna win here, and I feel how this is gonna work out for Cargill is that she's going to win at SummerSlam, but get immediately cashed in on by Naomi.
I think that's a killer idea. And I think that Naomi cashes in on a winning Jade Cargill anyway
Yeah,
at SummerSlam.
yeah, that's what I think's gonna happen.
Because that's a perfect little bow in that story. And then you have Jade chasing Naomi instead of Jade chasing Tiffany.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier to crown Jade at Mania than it would be to crown her at SummerSlam,
Okay.
or
That's
better.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I have no doubts that this is going to be a pretty entertaining match, but I'm going to lock in Asuka.
If it was anybody else, I would be with you on the Oscar. I love Oscar.
Yeah.
Been a fan of Oscar for a long time. Gorgeous woman too, by the way. But I'm going to take Cargill because I think that's where they just want to go with this whole story stuff here. Because Oscar's not going to go obviously for that SmackDown title. It's just going to be for the title against Io. So I think they can still get other ways to do that. I think the Cargill way for Tiffy makes a lot more sense. But I'm going to go Cargill.
This is already going better than our WrestleMania predictions, where we pretty much only had one or two matches where we didn't have a different pick.
True.
Okay.
All right. King of the Ring men's final. Cody Rhodes, who beat Jey Uso on Monday, much to a lot of people's
Versus
chagrin,
Randy Orton.
versus Randy Orton, who beat Sami Zayn. Now, here's what I'm going to take Cody Rhodes to win. And it's
Okay.
not because I don't like Randy. You know I like Randy. You love Randy more than probably
I'm
anybody
just gonna
else.
I'm just gonna ask you about the elephant in the room.
I think Randy turns heel here.
You think Randy turns on
I
Cody?
I think Randy. Oh, I think something happens between Randy and Cody. Now, there's a
Well, I
lot of
think
rumors going around.
that's true. But
Do I think Cody's still going to turn heel? Yes, I do. I think
okay.
it's gonna I think it happens at SummerSlam.
Oh no, I think if Cody's going heel, but do you really want to do heel Cody versus uh heel John Cena?
No, I think Cody turns heel at SummerSlam.
Mm.
I think he does what he has to do to beat Cena, and Cena has like a redemption story for the rest of the year.
I've heard about this fantasy booking.
Yeah, I don't think Orton wins. He doesn't need the
Although,
win.
although the only reason that I want Randy to win, and I'm gonna take Randy. You took Cody, that's fine.
That's
I
fair.
want Randy to win because he already planted that seed a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown that if it wasn't for R-Truth, he would be WWE champion right now.
No, that's fair.
But speaking of WWE champion, that goes on to our final one.
Yep.
John Cena and CM Punk one final time. And I think this is the one I've been most interested in
I've
because there's so many parallels to their 2011 feud.
Was that pipe bomb not really good on SmackDown or what?
I mean, that was incredible.
That was probably Cena's
Um,
best promo, arguably.
ever.
Probably, yeah,
I mean, I texted you after I seen it. I said that might have been the greatest promo I've ever seen.
yeah. There's been a lot of great promos over here.
Uh huh.
I think my favorite. Did you see Matt Cardona responded going, "Hi,
I
John
did.
Cena"?
Yes.
That was
He even made a shirt.
hilarious.
He made a shirt out of it, by the way.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
Um, but anyways, sorry, Punk. It's just not your time yet.
No.
I I think like this is the year where you have Punk win the Rumble, and he's gonna finally get his big moment at Mania 42.
Yeah, I think Punk. I think you're right. I think I'm right with you on the
There's
whole
been
Punk
there's
winning the
been so
Rumble.
much going on with Cody and the Bloodline
Yeah.
in the 2 years he's been back
Mhm.
for him to be inserted in the title picture. But now that all that simmered out,
Yeah.
and you started to see that tease that they can't keep running from each other forever,
Yeah.
it's coming. But I think we're gonna have to wait 9 months to get to WrestleMania for it.
What do you think? So you think Cody is gonna be Cody versus Punk at Mania?
Yes.
That's a fair assessment, actually.
Like
I was gonna say
the only other way I could see it happening is if Seth is champion at that point.
that's the thing. I don't see Seth cashing in on Cena or Punk. I see Seth cashing in on Saturday night's main event.
Gunther and Goldberg.
That's where I see it happen. I see Goldberg winning, then him cashing in on Goldberg.
Did you just see the light bulb go off in my brain?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have that much time left, so we can't go out to fight
No,
this.
no, no. That's fine. I don't need that much time.
That's
That
fine.
just made my fucking night. All
Yeah.
right. Just the thought of Goldberg thinking he has this triumphant retirement.
Yeah.
And then here comes Seth Rollins, like the piece of shit that he is, and takes out Goldberg. And this way, Bill leaves on his back
Yeah. Like
the right way.
I said this on Monday. I think Goldberg versus Gunther. I think Goldberg wins. I think he wins and loses. He wins the title, gets that 5 seconds, and then Seth cashes in on him.
But also, you're still not giving us Gunther and Seth.
No, Gunther and Seth can be saved for Mania if you want, or even or even
I
Survivor
think
Series
you
if you
do
want.
that.
You even do that Survivor Series.
I I think that's maybe a Rumble.
It could be
I
too.
think that's I think that's a big enough that's a big enough match for
When
Rumble.
you think about it now too, it could also be Seth in that cage at Survivor Series in War Games. Seth and his group.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All
Against
right.
who? Punk and his army.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Those are predictions, right? Oh, I didn't say who I was thinking. I'm taking John to win. I'm thinking Cena's wins.
It's John.
It's John, right? Cena's gonna win, folks. That's it. Anyway, that is predictions. We thank you very much for watching here. That was a really actually a lot of fun show. It has been a while. It's been a while since we've had this kind of fun. Uh,
Time it.
Timeout.
Let me see if I remember how to do this.
That being said, Doug's gonna take us on out. It's been a bit.
On
Thank
that
you very
note,
much. Go ahead.
thank you all for listening. Good to be back somewhat. Go follow us on Spotify, Podbean, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. You can find the show at DA Wrestling on Twitter. That is AMP 1982 on all your socials. D Lines 1991 on X, and we'll catch you down the road.